Hey guys, what is up? So I just wanted to make this video really quick just because I just got back home. Just got back from Houston and now I'm back here in Atlanta. So I just want to make this video real quick because I feel like when people go on vacation, it's like really hard to find, what you want to do and then learn about the city all within, the time frame that you're actually vacationing there. So I was in Houston for 4 days. Um, Other places I have been like longer for like maybe 5, 6 days or even a week. So I really get to take everything in and see everything. But even the 4 days I was in Houston, I just felt like I didn't get to see everything or see what Houston was really about. So I wanted to make this video for Atlanta for anybody that was visiting so you have an idea of things to do that might fit and suit your needs. So before I get into this, I did want to say this is my opinion. Take it, leave it. I always encourage you to do your own research. So if something I see in the video that you might want to check out or you're not sure about, of course, do your own research about it. Don't just take my word. So let's get into it. So here in Atlanta, of course, you know, different people call different areas of Atlanta, but that aren't really Atlanta, but they are technically Atlanta. So I'm just going to talk about like my experience being all over. So for starters, one, I've been in Georgia for over 21 years. I've lived in Atlanta for, I want to say, 4 years. So I've moved and I've lived like all over. So I've lived, well, I'm originally from Solo to like the Clarkston Tucker area, lived in Decatur, lived in Atlanta for like the rest of like up until now. So I've basically been all over. So I want to say, as a tourist, or if you're looking for touristy spots, I would start in downtown. And the reason I say that is because there is the aquarium, there is the Coca-Cola factory, there's all that touristy type stuff. If that's what you want to see, that's there. I actually did a city pass, so if you're looking to do those type of things, I would recommend getting a city pass. And I did the Coca-Cola factory, the aquarium, the zoo, so Zoo Atlanta, and I think we did Fernbank Museum. You get to choose, like with the city pass, you get to choose which museums and which activities you want to do. So you can do all of them, you can do none of them, it's up to you. So I really like the Coca-Cola factory. You get to, like, at the end, you get to taste test the different Coca-Cola products. And then for the Georgia Aquarium, I think I've been like 3 times. So that's really fun to do. And I believe for the Georgia Aquarium and for the Fernbank Museum, there is a late night, like, adult edition, I'm guessing. I have never been, but I've seen it on their website. And so basically it's 21 plus. And I believe that they also have wine. So you can just, do the aquarium at night or do the museum at night. So Fernbank at night or Georgia Aquarium at night. So that's one thing you can do. If you're looking for more touristy options, downtown is definitely your area to go. It's very walkable. I want to say like all the activities I want to say are like maybe 5 to 10 minutes apart, depending on like which activity you do. I think the Georgia Aquarium and the Coca-Cola factory are right next door to each other. Well, not right next door to each other, but like within walking distance. And I think the what is it called? The Centennial Olympic Park. Really nice. It's the one with all the rings. That's also down there as well. Fernbank, I want to say it's not as close to downtown area. But I think it's more closer to Piedmont Park, which is somewhere else you can check out that a lot of people go and have a picnic. So if that's something that you're into, go to Piedmont Park. People are out there all the time with their blankets, with their coolers, have a picnic. I want to say that's where Fernbank Museum is, but it's all within, close distance to each other. So that's the downtown area. Now, there's also Eastside. So Eastside and what is it? Like Decatur area, like just like out a little bit outside of Atlanta. There's things to do there as well. So on Eastside, there's Edgewood, which is like a walkable distance to it's a street with just bars on the street. Edgewood is the name of the street, and it's just bars all along up and down the street. And there's also like shops and stuff to do there too. So of course, the bars that I've been to is Our Bar and Mother's, which I have fun. It's a younger crowd. So if that's the type of, vibe you're looking to do, you're looking like and wanting to do some dancing, then that's where you can go. There's other bars. I know there's Joystick. I haven't been, but it's like an arcade type of like bar. So it's like you can drink and play games. So if that's something you're into, that's also there. Edgewood Pizza is on there. I actually did a review for them. It's really good. Excuse me. I can't remember because I was talking with the host and the hostess, and she was saying that I think they used to be open later. Well, all the bars in Atlanta used to be open way later than 2 a.m., 3 a.m. But I think she said they used to be open like a lot later, before the pandemic. But since the pandemic happened, I think she was saying that they might have closed earlier. But it's still an option if you want a late night snack, late night food or whatever. Like after you leave the bars and you want somewhere to go eat, they have drinks there too. So if you're still trying to drink after going to the bars, that's an option there. What is it? The Georgia Beer Garden. The Beer Garden is on Edgewood. That's another place that you can eat, drink, socialize. Trying to think. Can't think of any other food places down there, but definitely do your research. There's a lot of bars down there, so that's somewhere you can go. And then also on Eastside is Little 5 Points and the historic Fourth Ward Park. But that's kind of like moving into Midtown, so I'll talk about that when I talk about Midtown. Eastside, Little 5 Points, so that is like little shops that you can go to, and it's like usually like activities during the week and sometimes on the weekend where you can just go to any of the shops, shop around if that's something that you're into. And then of course, Pond City Market. You've probably already heard this and it's probably seen it in other videos. Pond City Market, there's definitely a food hall at the bottom that you can check out, eat. And then of course, there's different shops that you can hit there. And then top, I think it's $20. I can't remember. But yeah, it's like they have a rooftop area where you can do like mini golf, and there's like I think there might be a bar up there as well where you can drink, and there's other activities you can do on the rooftop of Pond City Market. Is Eastside. Midtown, I used to live in Midtown. There is, I was saying, old historic Fourth Ward Park. It's another park that you could walk around and do a picnic if you want. And it's a really great photo shoot opportunity as well, because there's like the skate park that's there too, and there's like graffiti walls, and like you can take like really cool pictures of the street art over there. Towards Westside area of Atlanta, there's lots to do. There's so many businesses. Like we used to have a house on Westside, so there's like so many like new businesses that have been popping up and springing up over there. So for starters, the Interlock. They have St. Germain Bakery. They also have a hotel that's like a boutique hotel. It's the Bellyard, and the Bellyard also has a rooftop. So within the Bellyard, there's this space in there that you can take pictures. And I'm like, I know so much about the Interlock because I actually did a commercial for them. But and I'm not saying this so like, this is not sponsored or anything, but you can definitely check out the Interlock because there's so much to do there. There's also Velvet Taco, which is really good tacos there. What else? Oh, they just opened up the rooftop LOA. So that's like a pool area where you can like go on the rooftop, swim, and there's a bar up there as well. Get like little snacks and stuff to eat. Oh, Buckhead area. So if you go Northside Atlanta, there's also where you can go if you want to shop. There's like lots of luxury like type stores if you're into that. A lot of people say don't visit Lenox anymore, so is also Northside. And then on Westside, if you're in West Midtown area, there is the Painted Pen. Or I might be getting the two confused. It's the Painted Pen in Northside and then Painted Duck on Westside. So it's like a bar area where you can like bowl, and you can also like do some of the other free like games that are around, like air hockey, basketball, and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of free games, and it's a really big bar space, so you can drink and then you can dance. There's like a lot to do within that one location. And then there's Slingshot. I just went there, I want to say like a couple weeks ago. So there's Slingshot over there. In Midtown, there's Pet Shack, which is like a virtual, like tech infused golf course. So if you're like really into putt or mini golf, that's something that you can do. That's in Midtown as well. So speaking of like, you know, Buckhead and Lenox Mall and stuff, so if you're not like, you know, comfortable going to Lenox Mall, of course, with everything that's been going on there, and you know, I just say just be safe, because a lot of the stuff I've heard has been happening in the parking lot, so not necessarily in the stores, and I've still seen like people pull up there with their families. So I would just say be cautious, of course. But if you're not really into the whole luxury fashion type vibe and you're more into like thrift stores and thrifted fashion and vintage fashion, all that, definitely check out my page, Sumtin Style. And definitely if you're visiting during like September, like next month, just like September 3rd and September 10th, I'll be having 2 different pop-ups. So the first pop-up, September 3rd, I will be doing it on Edgewood, the street I was telling you about. So on Edgewood, and I'll have the shop there from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. But I'll probably be mostly operating between like 11 to 5. But if you're in that area around that day, on that time, then come definitely check it out. I will have free mimosas, so definitely pull up, grab you a free mimosa, say hey, tell me you seen this video, and just, you know, I'll point you to some other places that you can definitely check out. And then the second option, if you are going to be visiting Atlanta in September, is on September 10th, I will have another pop-up shop. It's going to be a game night pop-up shop, so we're going to have free games, so like Una, Jenga, drinking Jenga, beer pong, all of that, spades. If that's something that you're into, definitely, you know, check out my page as well. We will also have a bartender there, so you'll have free drinks all night. There will also probably be a snack table and stuff, just to, you know, for people who didn't eat or want to eat on something while they're there. And what else? There's gonna be vendors there as well, so you can definitely check out some of the other local businesses that will be there as well. And yeah, it's just going to be a nice fun little vibe. So that's something that you're into, definitely check that out. And I always encourage everybody to check out Eventbrite if they're looking for something to do like within the city, because people are hosting parties and different things all the time. So that's a great way, even in your own city, that's a great way to find new places and new activities and new things to do, is people host like sip and paints on Edgewood and Midtown and other places in Atlanta. So that's like, if that's something you're into doing, definitely check out a sip and paint here while you're here. And I think there's also a place that you can actually do that as well, but I can't think of the name, where it's like an actual shop that does sip and paints. And there's also a shop here in Atlanta, well, a building here in Atlanta, the Selfie Museum. I know they have them like all over, so if that's something that you're into, definitely check that out as well if you're into like Instagram worthy places. And if you want to know some great spots to take photos, definitely comment below or slide into my DMs on Instagram. And or if you're like going to one of my pop-up shops, definitely ask me and I'll definitely tell you some of the spots that I've taken pictures at before, or I've had my models for Sumtin Style take pictures at. So that's definitely one way. Eventbrite is one way to check out like new spots. The second thing that you can do that I haven't really heard anybody say or mention is Airbnb. So on Airbnb, if you check out like some of the places, a lot of hosts tell you their favorite spots and locations. And on Airbnb, there's a separate section for experiences. And I only learned about this when I had my house and I was actually putting it up on Airbnb. So there's something called experiences, where you can actually like book an experience from somebody else that's hosting it and go check out some of the different things and activities that the city has to offer. So that's another great way besides Eventbrite, if you don't really understand Eventbrite. But that would be my number one. Airbnb, probably my number two. And then my number three spot where you can look for more activities would be Facebook Marketplace. Well, not Facebook Marketplace, but Facebook groups. So there's different groups for different Atlanta activities, different Atlanta spaces that you can go to. So Facebook groups is like another way, and it also lets you know if some of your followers your friends on Facebook or Meta now are interested or already going to that. So I think I seen like there was a festival happening, I think at Piedmont Park, and there is another like pop-up shop or a community food, what is it called? Community marketplace. There was a marketplace happening And I've seen that some of my Facebook friends were like hitting the interested or the going button, or maybe checking the maybe button on it. So that's one way that you can see activities. Obviously, the number one way, of course, is TikTok. But if you feel like I said, that people mention the same 3 bars or the same 3 restaurants over and over again, you can't really like find something specific to do, I would check out the 3 spots that I just listed. So Eventbrite, Airbnb experiences, and Facebook. That's another way just to find like community events and things happening near you without going on to TikTok and being like, okay, everybody keeps saying these 3 spots. What is somewhere else I could go that I can get the full experience of Atlanta? So if you like any of these pieces, have seen any of these places, or checked out any of these places thanks to this video, please give this video a like, comment, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. And if this does good, I'll definitely do a part 2 of some of my like hidden gems here in Atlanta.